With VIP 3D, VizTerra, and Pool Studio, you can create and customize wood decks. This video will review the many features of the wood deck system. Please note that some features are not available in Pool Studio, but all are available in VIP 3D and VizTerra. We'll start by going to the Hardscapes and Deck stage. To create a wood deck, simply draw out the shape to the desired dimensions. We're creating a wood deck starting at the corner of our client's house and using the line tool to draw out our square. Once complete, we'll make sure the wood deck option is selected instead of hardscapes. Any shape drawn in this stage can be switched between wood deck and hardscape at any time. Once we're in 3D, we'll see the wood deck right away. To adjust its appearance, simply double-click on any given section. As we double-click on each section, the panel menu updates to show us the options available for that selected section. We can even click on the various areas in the panel menu to switch as well. First, we'll adjust the deck's height until it's flush with our second-story sliding glass door. Now it's time to add some details and review many of the options we have available. We'll make sure the surface boards are active by double-clicking on them or selecting them from the panel menu on the right. First, we have the option to turn the boards off or on. In VIP 3D and VizTerra, we'll see settings to overhang the boards past the framing, the overhang distance, and options for individual surface boards. When this is active, each board will be individually created in 3D. We can adjust the board width and choose how large or small a gap appears between each board as well. We can also adjust the angle of our boards with the arrows or type in a value like 45. Lastly, we can move the boards as well, ensuring they line up properly with the edge of our wood deck. Next, we'll select our miter boards, available exclusively in VizTerra and VIP 3D. We can choose how many miter boards are on the deck, as well as their size, and if they should appear along the edge of the house as well. We also see an option to insert dividers. To use this feature, we'll return to 2D. With the wood deck selected, we can click Insert Divider. A divider board will separate the surface boards and the structures below. We'll place one in the center and adjust its width if needed. Back in 3D, we see our deck has two unique planes. We can double-click on each individually. Each section can now have a unique angle for the boards, unique materials applied, separate structures such as additional beams underneath, and we can move the boards on each section as well. It's important to note that some changes, like moving the boards, will not be retained when we change the dimensions of the shape. Simply select the surface again to adjust as needed. Now we'll change the settings for our support structures. We can see several components underneath our deck. We can even turn off the surface boards to see the joists and other structures from above as well. We'll double left-click on the joists to select them. In the panel menu, we can turn joists off and on, including a separate control for rim joists. We also have a setting for spacing, thickness, height, and inset, or how far the support beams cut into the joist. We can select individual joists to move or delete them, and use the Add Joist button to add any extra joists we may need. Below our joists, we have the support beam options. We can adjust spacing, thickness, and height of our support beams, as well as add any other beams we may need. We can adjust settings like spacing, and we'll see additional beams added or subtracted automatically. We can use the Reset button next to each of these controls to return the pieces to their original location. Next, we have options to adjust our posts. As with the other settings, we can turn posts off and on, adjust spacing and thickness, and manually add posts. We can move any post using the Move tool as well. And lastly, in VizTerra and VIP 3D, we can add piers to the bottom of the posts as well. Next, we can adjust the fascia of the deck in VIP 3D and VizTerra, and even add a skirt in all packages. We can turn both features off and on, and adjust the height of the fascia as well. It's time to add a staircase to our wood deck, so we'll return to 2D. We'll click the Create Staircase button and place it on the structure. We'll return to 3D to adjust it, and with our staircase selected, we'll set it to the stringer option and use the cutout appearance. And for our final change, we'll return to 2D again and select our wood deck. We'll click the Generate Railing button and see railing added around our wood deck except at the house. It will even go down our staircase. When we go back to 3D, we can see the railing in place. We can go to the walls, fences, and railing stage to adjust the settings of our railing. Once there, we'll see the railing is also linked to our wood deck, so we can move the deck around the project without the two objects separating. The final step is to pick our finishes. We'll go to the Materials stage and access the Wood category. We can select any part of the deck to adjust its appearance. We'll change our miter and fascia with options from the Structural category, and then update our skirt from the Skirts category. The next wood deck we create will remember these choices and automatically apply them. Our work is complete and we're ready to share it with our client. We're big fans of this deck, so we can even save it to the library to insert in another project. Thanks for watching. Please let us know if you have any questions by calling us at 800-778-8996 or email support@structurestudios.com.